What if I told you there's a village where crocodiles live side by side with humans, peacefully? No fences, no fear, just harmony. Welcome to Bazoulé, a small village in Burkina Faso where over 100 crocodiles roam freely and are actually considered sacred. That's right, locals feed them, pose for photos with them, and even name them. This bond traces back over 6 centuries to a time when a severe drought struck the region. According to legend, the crocodiles guided the villagers to hidden water sources. Ever since that miraculous event, these reptiles have been revered, not as threats, but as guardians. Imagine petting a crocodile the same way you'd stroke a dog. In Bazoulé, it's not just common, it's tradition. The villagers host annual festivals to celebrate these animals, and when a crocodile dies, it's mourned like a family member. Would you ever snap a selfie with a crocodile? In this village, tourists do it all the time. And the crocodiles? They actually seem to enjoy this attention. Burkina Faso doesn't just impress with stories. It overwhelms with color, sound, and movement. Every 7 years, the city of Dédougou becomes a portal to another realm during the Festival of Masks. Hundreds of dancers flood the streets, wearing elaborate wooden masks decorated with feathers, horns, and vibrant paint. These aren't Halloween costumes. They're sacred symbols, each one representing ancestral spirits, animals, and elements of nature. To the beat of deafening drum, mask, performers twist, leap, and spin, channeling energies that feel both ancient and electric. The energy in the air is impossible to describe. It's not just celebration, it's transformation. And the most fascinating part? Many of the masks are passed down through generations. Families guard them like treasure, and wearing one is a rite of passage. As food vendors fill the air with the scent of grilled meat and spiced millet cakes, and locals erupt into cheers, you realize this isn't just a festival. It's a heartbeat. In the village of Tiebele, the walls speak. Literally, women in this remote area use mud, straw, and yes, cow dung to construct homes that are both incredibly sturdy and breathtakingly beautiful. But the magic doesn't stop there. These walls become canvases for geometric patterns and spiritual symbols, each one telling a story of ancestry, protection, and pride. Every design is done freehand. No stencil, no measuring tool. Just generational muscle memory, unmatched creativity. The homes are intentionally built with small doorways, forcing you to bow when entering as a gesture of respect. And in a time of conflict, these architectural designs served a purpose too. Harder for intruders to storm, easier for communities to defend. In the West, cow dung might seem primitive. Here, it's a material of elegance, innovation, and identity. Let's talk strength, real strength. Burkina Faso is home to a literal giant, Iron Bibi, born Sheikh Ahmed Al-Hassan. So now, this West African powerhouse didn't grow up with a gym. He trained using car parts, concrete blocks, and whatever he could get his hands on. Fast forward a few years, and he's smashing world records. In 2019, he lifted a 469-pound log. 2 years later, he broke his own record with a 505-pound axle press. That's more than a grand piano. But Iron Bibi isn't just muscle, he's charisma too. Standing at 6 feet tall and weighing nearly 400 pounds, he's got a smile that lights up rooms, and a sense of humor that wins fans around the globe. He eats up to 8 chickens a day, drinks milk by the gallon, and trains with the intensity of a warrior. But he's also a gentle giant, known for visiting schools, mentoring kids, and spreading messages of hard work and belief. He doesn't just lift weights, he lifts spirits. Forget Amazon. In Burkina Faso, the market comes to you, literally. In cities like Ouagadougou, women and men walk the streets with massive baskets on their heads, selling everything from fresh produce to handmade fabrics to piping hot grilled meat. It's a balancing act, one learned from childhood. Girls start by carrying small bowls of water or peanuts. By adulthood, they're gliding through alleys with 40-pound pyramids of goods balanced like magic. But this isn't just commerce, it's performance. Some sellers juggle tomatoes to get attention. Others sing as they walk. It's retail, entertainment, and tradition rolled into one. And the best part? These vendors remember their customer. They share news, tell jokes, and sometimes throw in a free snack just because they like you. Call it the original delivery service, with heart. In most parts of the world, International Women's Day is marked by flowers and nice words. In Burkina Faso, it's a full-on cultural reversal. Every March 8th, men across the country take over all the household chores. We're talking cooking, cleaning, childcare, even hauling water from the well. Meanwhile, women relax, celebrate, and receive well-deserved appreciation. But in some regions like the Bobo Dioulasso area, things go even further. Men wear dresses, apply makeup, and walk a mile in women's shoes. Literally, it's more than humor or tradition. It's a symbolic nod to the daily workload women carry year-round. This unique celebration reflects the country's growing emphasis on gender balance. While challenges remain, Burkina Faso has made major strides in giving women access to education, healthcare, and public office. It's not perfect, but it's progress with style. Food in Burkina Faso is bold, hearty, and full of soul. Start with tou, a dough-like dish made from millet, sorghum, or corn flour, served with okra or baobab leaf salt. It's a staple that fills bellies and fuels days. Think mashed potatoes with texture and a slight tang. Then there's riz gras, a tomato-rich rice dish loaded with onions, garlic, and chunks of beef or chicken. Imagine a cross between jambalaya and West African paella. Savory, spicy, and satisfying. Street food? Unmatched. Brochettes, marinated meat grilled on skewers, are everywhere, often sold right from roadside fires. One bite, and you're hooked. As for drinks, don't miss Dolo, a fermented millet beer served in calabash bowls. Or try Bissap, a sweet tart hibiscus juice that tastes like a floral version of cranberry punch. The surprising truth is, most of these meals cost less than what you'd spend on a coffee in the US. Delicious and affordable? That's a combo worth flying for. In Burkina Faso, catching a taxi is never just about getting from point A to point B. It's an experience. These are not your typical yellow cabs. Many are aging Peugeots or Toyotas, held together with wire, missing a door handle or two, but they run. And the drivers, they're part philosopher, part comedian, and sometimes even part DJ. Conversations might veer from soccer to politics to life advice, all while Afrobeat pulses from a cracked speaker. There's no meter, you haggle. If you're friendly or funny, you might even get a discount. Some drivers accept coffee or snacks in lieu of cash. Others stop mid-trip to chat with friends or help a stranger with a flat tire. It's chaotic, it's charming, and it's one of the best ways to meet the heart of the country. Burkina Faso literally translates to land of honest people. And that's not just a poetic name. It reflects a real national ethos. Renamed from Upper Volta in 1984, the country wanted to break from colonial legacy and embrace something truer. And honesty, integrity in daily life, humility in success, generosity in hardship is woven into the culture. With a population of over 22 million, Burkina Faso is home to more than 60 ethnic groups. The Mosque are the largest, and their traditions shape much of national life, from language to social structure to celebration. French is the official language, but over 70 indigenous languages thrive here. That kind of diversity fuels a cultural richness that's impossible to replicate. Geographically, the country straddles two distinct zones, the edge of the Sahara to the north and lush savannas to the south. This contrast brings two very different climates: hot, dry dust in the Harmattan season and sudden downpours during the rain. Yet through it all, the people persist with humor, hospitality, and heart. Did you know the largest African film festival doesn't happen in Lagos or Cairo, but in Ouagadougou? It's called Fespaco, and since 1969 it's been celebrating African cinema with a rawness and authenticity no red carpet could ever match. Every 2 years, filmmakers and fans flood the city. But forget tuxedos. Screenings happen in open-air lots, soccer fields, and public squares. You'll sit on plastic chairs, eat street food, and watch films that challenge, inspire, and provoke. The top prize? A golden statue of a mossy warrior princess. Fespaco isn't just about movies. It's about identity. It's about Africans telling their own stories in their own voice to audiences that live those same realities. It's not polished. It's powerful. If you've ever dreamed of spotting lions, elephants, or hippos without the lines and crowds of big safari parks, Burkina Faso delivers. And then some. Arli National Park spans nearly 800 square miles and is one of West Africa's hidden ecological gems. Between November and May, the dry season pulls wildlife toward shrinking water sources, making animal sightings almost guaranteed. You won't find fancy jeeps or massive resorts here. What you get instead is an up-close connection with nature, raw, unpredictable, and unforgettable. Prefer cliffs to creatures? Head to the Sindo Peaks near the western city of Banfora. These jagged sandstone formations were carved over millions of years and stretch like ancient fingers into the sky. Hike to the top, and you're rewarded with panoramic views of untouched savanna that stretch endlessly in every direction. It's the kind of view that resets your soul. Then there's the National Museum in Ouagadougou, where culture takes center stage. Traditional masks, musical instruments, warrior costumes, and live artisan demonstrations give you a front-row seat to the nation's heritage. It's not static, it's alive. You don't just see the history, you hear it, touch it, and feel it in your bones. Now here's something that truly stuns most travelers. The cost of living in Burkina Faso is so low, you could live for a month on what most Americans spend in a weekend. In central Ouagadougou, a one-bedroom apartment with good space rents for under $300 a month. Head just outside the city and you'll find deals as low as $100. Meals at local restaurants range from $2 to $5. High-end dinners? You're still looking at under $25. Gasoline averages around $4 per gallon, but most people ride motorcycles or bush taxis, where a ride costs just 50 cents. Utility bills hover between $30 and $50 per month, and even high-speed internet rarely tops $40. Add it all up, and it's possible to live comfortably on $500 to $700 a month. That's not just budget travel, that's lifestyle transformation. Whether you're a digital nomad, early retiree, or curious explorer, the opportunity to stretch your dollar this far while immersing yourself in rich culture is rare. What most people don't realize is paradise doesn't have to come with a luxury price tag. In Burkina Faso, art isn't just for gallery, it's part of daily life. Take the village of Siao example. For every 2 years, it hosts a craft fair, unlike anything you've ever seen. Artisans from all over Africa gather here to showcase handmade textile, metalwork, pottery, and carving. This is where you'll find Faso Dan Fani, the country's iconic hand-woven cloth, used for everything from suits to ceremonial robes. Every pattern tells a story, every thread tied to identity. But it's not just about buying art, it's about witnessing its creation. You can watch women spin cotton by hand, blacksmiths mold iron into jewelry, and woodcarvers bring animals to life with just a blade and a block. The surprising truth is that much of this creativity is born from necessity. Limited resources force innovation, and what emerges is nothing short of brilliant. That same ingenuity shows up in music too. The balafon, a xylophone-like instrument, echoes through village squares. Drummers use hourglass-shaped talking drums to mimic human speech, literally sending messages through rhythm. Burkina Faso doesn't just produce art, it breathes it. Daily life in Burkina Faso is anything but slow. The energy in the markets, the constant movement of people, the pulse of progress, it's real, and it's relentless. From the bustling Grand Market in Bobo Dioulasso to the maze-like stalls of Ouagadougou, you'll see what makes this place women with cash tied into headscarves, men balancing wood planks on bicycles, kids selling peanuts out of metal trays. Everyone is in motion. Everyone has a role. And yet, despite the pace, there's rhythm, there's grace, there's an honesty in the hustle that's hard to describe, but easy to feel. It's not about chasing status or getting rich quick. It's about contribution, about showing up every day, building something from nothing and doing it with pride. This spirit, the unshakable will to keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles, is perhaps the most stunning thing of all. Music in Burkina Faso isn't background noise. It's a lifeline, a pulse, a conversation. Walk through any neighborhood and you'll hear rhythms pouring from windows, from radios strapped to bikes, from drummers playing in open-air courtyard. Music here is woven into every part of life, from naming ceremonies to funerals, from street markets to weddings that last for days. The balafon, a wooden instrument resembling a xylophone, is one of the country's most iconic sounds. With its earthy resonance, it creates melodies that feel both ancient and universal. Then there, the kora, a 21-string harp lute played by griots, the oral historians of West Africa. Their songs don't just entertain, they preserve generations of stories. But even as traditional instruments anchor the musical identity, modern artists are pushing boundaries. Burkinabe hip-hop and Afrobeat artists rap in local languages over beats that fuse electronic pulses, traditional percussion. What most people don't realize is how music in Burkina Faso isn't compartmentalized by genre. It's fused into everything. It teaches, it heals, it protests, it inspires, and once you hear it, it stays with you. In the city of Bobo Dioulasso stands one of Burkina Faso's most remarkable structures, the Grand Mosque. Made entirely of mud and timber, it's a towering symbol of West African architecture. Built in the late 1800s, it uses wooden beams not just for support, but for maintenance. Locals climb them to reapply protective mud coatings every year. This act is both ritual and responsibility, passed from generation to generation. But Bobo is more than its mosque. The old quarter, Kibidwe, feels like stepping back in time. Narrow alleys wind past homes where traditional healers still practice ancient herbal medicine, and storytellers recount tales under starlit sky. It's a city where history isn't kept in museums. It's alive, in the people, in the walls, in the air. If you're the kind of traveler who seeks connection over comfort, Bobo will speak to you in ways no tour guide ever could. One of the first things visitors notice in Burkina Faso is the people's warmth. Strangers greet you with sincerity. Elders bless you without hesitation. Children wave as if they've known you forever. Hospitality isn't a gesture, it's a way of life. If you visit a home, expect to be offered food, water, and a seat in the shade. Even if the family has very little to give, it's not about showing off, it's about showing respect. And when it comes to conversation, forget small talk. People here go deep. They'll ask about your family, your journey, your thoughts on life, and they'll actually listen. There's an old saying in Burkina Faso, a stranger is just a friend you haven't met yet, and the way people live makes you believe it. For digital nomads, artists, retirees, or seekers of peace, Burkina Faso offers something rare, a complete reset. It's not the easiest country to live in. There are infrastructure challenges, limited international flights, and yes, some political instability. But for artists, those who make the leap, the rewards are deep and lasting. You won't find the chaos of tourist traps or the burnout of overdeveloped destinations. Instead, you'll find time, space, perspective. You'll watch sunsets that paint the sky with impossible colors. You'll share meals with people who teach you how to laugh at life's absurdity. You'll slow down, not out of laziness, but out of purpose. And maybe, just maybe, you'll remember who you were before the world told you who to be. If you're enjoying this journey so far, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We dive into the heart of cultures you've never heard about, places you didn't know existed, and stories that deserve to be told. And trust me, Burkina Faso is just one of many surprises ahead. In a world obsessed with luxury, Burkina Faso offers something far more profound: the beauty of simplicity. Here, wealth isn't measured in cars or square footage, but in connection, in storytelling, in shared meals, and in songs sung by firelight, in generations living under one roof, and kids playing soccer with nothing but a rolled-up shirt. You don't need much to feel rich in Burkina Faso, just a warm breeze, a good laugh, and someone to share it with. This simplicity isn't a lack, it's a lifestyle, and once you feel it, it's hard to go back. Despite its challenges, Burkina Faso is a country looking forward. Young people are creating startups with nothing but solar panels and determination. Women are leading community bank and building homes with their bare hand. Artists are exporting music to Europe. Farmers are growing crops in defiance of drought. This is not a land stuck in the past. It's a place where tradition fuels tomorrow. You'll see kids learning 3 languages by age 10. Villages installing Wi-Fi towers near thatched roofs. Craftswomen going viral for their design. Students using YouTube to teach others how to make eco-bricks out of plastic bottles. Burkina Faso is not waiting to be saved. It's already building a future with humility, resilience, and grace. When you leave Burkina Faso, it doesn't leave you. You'll carry the drum beats in your chest, the scent of smoked meat in your memory, the smile of the old man who helped you haggle in the market, the little girl who offered you a peanut without asking your name. It's not flashy, it's not filtered, but it's unforgettable. Travelers often say they went to Burkina Faso expecting little and came back changed, not by a single place, but by 1,000 quiet moments that added up to something powerful. That's what this land does. It doesn't overwhelm you, it surrounds you slowly, gently, and completely. So what do you think? Would you visit Burkina Faso? Let us know in the comments. And if this journey opened your mind even a little, share it with someone who still thinks Africa is one big safari. Smash that like button if you felt even a flicker of curiosity, and subscribe if you're ready to keep discovering the corners of the world that don't make the headline, but should. Because the more we learn about each other, the smaller the world becomes, and the bigger our hearts grow. Thanks for traveling with us. We'll see you on the next adventure.